She's not going to get me anything. I'm telling you right now, we are on cam. It is really good to see you today, Jeff Ulrich. Hello, everybody. I'm Emerson Lottie. Welcome to a Wednesday edition of The Slate, the highest rated edition of The Slate, week in and week out. Producer Eamon tried to keep this train on the tracks, AC on the ones and twos. We are missing our third leg of this Wednesday, well, what is usually a trio. Nick Friars is not here today. I'm going to say it. Because I really like Nick. He is a generous individual. He is kind. He donated to my fundraiser, which everyone can find the link on my Twitter and Instagram pages. We're raising money for kids fighting cancer.
Right.
If you will donate.
I'll check that out at some point. I will.
Yeah. I look forward to you doing that.
I'm just hearing about it now the first time. So
no, buddy, I bullied you way too much already. All right. This is I gotta really hammer you. Anywho, Nick Friars not here today. He's getting married on Labor Day weekend. He's not here today.
So he says he's getting married. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't got my invitation, so.
I haven't either yet.
Well, there you go. The plot thickens.
He was getting fitted for a tux at 4:00. He was getting fitted for a tux at 4:00 in Natick, which is about, I don't know. I mean, Eamon and AC know this, probably about 20 minutes from downtown, like Boston, without traffic. And I said, I mean, you've been fitted for a tux for, Jeff. How long does that take you?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I also just now that the pieces are starting to come together more. So he's getting married on Labor Day?
Yeah.
September. We're talking September, right?
Yeah. I think it is Labor Day.
Dude, I got fitted for my tux a week before my wedding. So I don't know what this guy's up to, but I have suspicions. We're not getting.
I do too, dude. I do too. And
that's 3 months away.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
I think some places do require you to maybe come a little earlier. That actually kind of shocks me. You waited till like 3 days before your wedding to get fitted for your tux.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
It's the Canadian way. Like you guys are super, calm and collected. But I said, buddy, you'll be done in 20 minutes. You'll be done by 4:30. And I said, you could zip back up to the office, hop on, maybe like join us late. Or, I said, go post up at like a Barnes & Noble or something. Or Starbucks.
What he should have done is done it in the tux. But
it's that's a brilliant
idea.
Straight up
Step Brothers.
And yes, and if he was smart, he would say, yeah, let me do it here. I don't know where you went. Maybe like Men's Warehouse, something like that. Let me do it here. I'll give you some free pub.
Exactly.
He gets a free tux for, actually, I think you get it for free when you get married there, but, and your groomsmen get a discount, but like he could have gotten everyone hooked up. Hashtag not an ad, but could be. Friars a smart dude, and I know he will do better next time he gets married. Anywho.
Always easier the second time around. Not that I would know, but.
Hey, listen, people, it is a marathon, not a sprint. I'm celebrating 10 years tomorrow. I can't wait. I got my wife some perfume today. I can say that because she won't see this. She doesn't watch any of my shows. She doesn't support me. That's fine. I got her some really nice stuff. We're going to do dinner. It's going to be great. You know what's going to be great, Jeff?
What?
Maybe when the freaking Stars actually start looking like an actual hockey team. Please tell me right now, on a scale of 1 to 11, because it goes to 11, and 11 being the most embarrassing, how embarrassing was that loss last night by the Stars? And then like the meltdown by Jamie Benn. Now he's been suspended for like the next 2 games because, he get knocked out of the game for misconduct.
Yeah,
they pulled the goalie last. Yeah, he was being an asshat. They were down 3-0, 7 minutes into that game last night against the Vegas Golden Knights. But dude, how embarrassing was that loss? It was pathetic in my eyes.
I don't even know. I mean, like, I don't even know how. It's just such a weird result. The Stars were the better team in game 2. Like it was, and that's not even like really up for debate. The stats bear that out. They outshot them. They had far more scoring chances. They just got a little bit unlucky, but clearly it must have rattled them a little bit. I mean, this is just a team that just kind of crumbled under the pressure. We talked about this before, at least when the Vegas Golden Knights played the Oilers, like the Oilers showed some bounce back, like when they got down, they kind of, they blew out the Golden Knights a couple games. They didn't get it done in game 6, but that's neither here nor there. At least they showed some gumption when they went back home.
Yeah.
This was straight up like, what are you doing? How do you come out that just strangely and just give up a goal right off the bat and then react like Jamie Benn did, completely just like, losing your mind? I mean, bad stuff from the Stars, and it's too bad. They do have a talented team, but again, I mean, it is live and learn with these teams. I mean, we're seeing it in Boston right now with the Celtics, right? Like, like it's growing pains with these young teams. The Oilers are the same thing. Although I'll admit, like, I think if the Oilers just changed goalies, we'd have a different story right now. But that's a longer conversation.
Dude, even the fans last night were pissed. Didn't they shuffle the teams off the ice towards the end of one of the periods? Because fans were throwing like their $30 beers and their $12 glizzies onto the ice, just raining down snacks and bevies.
It's I mean, like, I don't really blame, like, I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I mean,
I wouldn't do it either, dude. That crap is so expensive.
Yeah, no.
Now I'm also the guy. I'm sorry. I'm also the guy. There's a hat trick. I don't throw my hat onto the ice. I don't do it.
I've done it once. I have done it before, but I was younger.
You get your hat back? You don't get your hat back, right? Don't they donate them?
I think they donate them.
Yeah,
there may have been an avenue to get my hat back, but I did it, and I'm just like, well, I'm not going to bother going to get that. So,
oh man! All right, so the Golden Knights have 3-0 lead in that series, and obviously a win in Game 4 is going to send them to the Stanley Cup for the second time in the franchise's fledgling history. They haven't been around very long, but they've been pretty damn good the time that they have been around.
Yeah.
Jeff Ulrich, let's go with. All right, it's bizarre to me because the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals in both the NBA and the NHL have been so lopsided,
so terrible, really just terrible.
They've been awful. We were talking. I was talking about with Paul Bruno on the show this morning. He's like, I've kind of like tuned out at this stage of the game in both leagues, and I'll be back come final time when the final two teams are standing. And I do think it's just a little ironic, but like tonight, what do you think? Because Florida is trying to, I think we talked about this morning, Florida's trying to punch its first ticket to the Stanley Cup final since 1996. They've won 11 of the last 12, like 5 or 6 in a row here, Jeff?
Yeah.
They get it done tonight as a minus 115 favorite at home?
Probably, yeah. I mean, like, the Hurricanes have not played bad this series. I mean, they have not done what the Dallas Stars did. They showed up in Game 3. They're just facing what do you call it? Like a force of nature right now in Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yeah, like
and in Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah.
It's just,
I was going to say it's a good point you made, because I've read that it's like this rare occurrence here where like a team controls play, like one team controls play really in each of the first 3 games of the playoff series, but really has 0 wins to show for it. Like they have played better hockey roughly about 90% of this series, yet they're down 0-3.
They have carried the play, absolutely, and I mean, like this is why I've been more bullish on the Hurricanes in a couple games. Dallas, I just expected just their talent would shine through for a game, and just seeing what Vegas did against the Edmonton, I felt like there would be a bit of a flow back there too, but clearly that's not happening. But the Hurricanes, man, I mean, like this team is definitely a little bit snake bitten. I don't know if I really want to go and bet them. Here's my plan with the Hurricanes, or what I would recommend. If you're interested in the Hurricanes tonight, don't bet them on the money line. Bet them on the series line plus 2.5, because I do think if this goes back to Carolina, there's a really good chance Carolina pushes us to 6 games. I'm not saying they're going to complete the comeback all the way, but I could definitely see them, packed house, just everyone just crazily just jumping out onto the Panthers in game 5 if we get there. And you're getting plus 235 to get 2.5 games. Which is basically for the series to go 6 or more. So that's I think that's actually like an interesting line. I really do. That's what I would do. Obviously you have to win 2 games here instead of 1, but I think there's an avenue for it. As far as the game goes tonight, I mean, I would just keep riding the under. I'll be dead honest. I said before this series, I really think there's a good chance that this is going to be a tighter series than people think. And it's definitely played out that way. Even though
Florida's making you pay more for that.
even though Florida's been a little bit looser, they're still playing like fairly good defensive hockey, and it's really, Bobrovsky, right? So I don't think you're going to see that change much tonight. I think if Carolina does win, it'll be like 3-1 or something. So that's probably where I just stick with the under.
What about a first period under? What is it? Is it still listed as like 1.5, Jeff? Because that's hit in each of the first 3 games, like in this series.
It's funny because I mentioned that the very first game, I thought that would be a good prop.
Like it seems like there's no reason to get away from it like right now. And like part of me, I agree with you on the under. Part of me is kind of like surprised the books really just haven't dropped this down to a flat 5, at least for the whole like game total.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah, and you're still getting -120. Like at the start of the series, I think we were getting like +120, +130, maybe. I can't even remember what it was, but it was a good number. And you know what? I mean, for how this series has gone, and it's like the thing is, like the Hurricanes goalies are playing well too. It's not like the Hurricanes goalies are doing anything wrong. They're just,
it's true. Like, yeah, I think AJ mentioned that this morning too when we were like diving into the series a little bit, Jeff. It's like both goalies are playing some of the best hockey, the best net mining like of their careers right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't see much changing tonight. I just think that if Carolina does eke this out, then I do think, like, again, there's a really good chance in game 5 they make at least Florida make them go back to Florida for game 6. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this. My take for game 4 for the other series would probably be different. I know Dallas is going to be embarrassed and come out, but I don't know, man. Like, no Jamie Benn. These are weird series, weird to handicap. I don't even really want to play the money line tonight. I just want to keep playing the unders. That other game, I almost need a day to digest what just happened. I have a feeling you'll see Dallas come out. But if they can't score early, I mean, it'll be more of the same. So like the under tonight. We'll see about the next game for Dallas. I got to do a write up on it actually for tomorrow.
You do? All right. Yeah. Well, so like what are you saying about tomorrow night then?
Like, I'm leaning Dallas. I really am.
Really, dude?
I am. Oh. Yeah. I know Jamie Benn's out, all this stuff, but Dallas is good. Like, these two teams they're not far apart to begin the playoffs. And, when a team gets that embarrassed, I just think that, they've still got enough leaders on that team. Pavelski, Sagan. Like, I really think you'll see a better effort. So leaning Dallas, but tonight, definitely unders are where it's at. If you want a player prop too, quickly, Sebastian Aho we don't want the point's okay, but I was going to lean towards the shots on goal props for Aho. He really brought it in the last game. He's down to -130. We were getting like -105 on this before, but I don't mind it. I'm going to hit him again. Elimination game. I think you'll see Aho be pretty aggressive again with his shots. Barkov's a little bit banged up as well. I assuming he's going to play. Oh, I didn't get confirmation of that. But regardless, I like Aho over 2.5 shots.
Yeah, man, the goaltending's just been so damn bad for the Stars. Like, I could see that sweep coming, but I trust you.
The thing is, like, Ottinger's a good goalie. Like, he's just, but he's young. I think you'll see the bounce back for
like. I don't know. You can make an argument. Maybe time for them to make a change and goal for game 4. But I think early reports, at least coming from the Dallas,
they'll go back to Ottinger.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Early reports are they're gonna stick with him in net, just like you're going to stick with Tommy Fleetwood as your favorite to win this week at the Charles Schwab Challenge. Jeff Ulrich. Hey, I said it this morning. He's a tough pick to win, but he's a great play. And I do believe eventually this man will break through. He has been steady as hell this year, and he's enjoying a really, really solid season. And I hope you are right, because you are a good friend of mine, and I root for your success. Please tell the people at home why this will be the week the man finally breaks through and gets that win on U.S. soil.
Well, look, he's just playing really good golf, right? So, gaining strokes where you want it. He's up to, I think it's 6th in strokes gained approach, or it's, I think, 7th in strokes gained approach over the last 24 rounds. It's really good coming into a course like Colonial. And, I just look at where Tommy Fleetwood's played well this year. Valspar, it's another technical track, par 71, a little bit tougher par threes. He played well that week. He could have won that week if not for what I would call just some bad luck on a par 5 where he got an impossible lie out of the bunker. Yeah. Basically had to chip in the bunker twice. Nothing he did, just was the lie. And, he ended up taking a bogey, and that kind of just knocked him out of contention. Whereas, he was fine in that tournament down the stretch. I think he'll be fine this week too. Only thing that concerns me is he's played this event before. He's made the cut. Doesn't have the greatest track record here, but we're talking about a player who's really elevated his game over the last couple months. So I don't worry too much about course history like that. We saw Justin Rose come here one year playing well and just kind of blitzed it. I think Tommy Fleetwood's a savvy enough player that he's not going to have trouble with this layout. So
yeah,
I just like everything he's doing. The putting is even coming around. Yeah, down to plus 2,800 right now. I'd much rather bet him at plus 3 or plus 3,300, but in this range, I'm going to stick with him for another week. We'll see what happens. He's playing good golf. If you want some safety, he's probably a better top 10 bet.
Okay. There is no doubt, as if anyone who's just listened to you as you have left, he is trending towards his first win. It certainly feels like he is. And, that's right. He just missed out on the Sweet 16 at Dell Match Play, but then he finished 33rd at the Masters, tied for 15th at the RBC Heritage, tied for 5th at the Wells Fargo. I think you mentioned 18th at the PGA.
And the thing is, he was in contention on Sunday at the RBC. He was, he a low round, and he's in the playoff. Didn't get it done. He was kind of there late at the Players. Didn't really have the greatest Sunday, and he was a first round leader at the Wells Fargo. There's a lot of signs that there's some good stuff coming, right? So, anyways, that's one player. I also like a couple other players up top. I think Sung J M is a fair bet at plus 2,000. I wish Colin Morikawa were. I did bet Colin Morikawa this week, but I bet him at plus 2,000. If he was there, I would say that would be probably my second favorite play behind Fleetwood. I think Morikawa is just you're getting such a quality player, major championship winner. He's going to win again soon. It's a good setup for Colin Morikawa, a lead iron player. Everyone's worried about the putter, but the putter will come and go with him. He's been working on it. Plus 1,400. I don't love that number, but if you could find a bigger number on him, I would definitely think this is a good week to bet Colin Morikawa personally.
Yeah, Sung Jae, surprisingly missed the cut at the PGA, but we spoke about it this morning on the Sweat. Listen, a lot of people have bad weeks at that course. That course was not easy. There's a reason only 9 guys finished under par, whatever it was. But he will enter this week in good spirits because he does have a good track record at Colonial. So he finished 15th in 2021, 10th in 2020. So, oh, damn, he was 8th at the Wells Fargo, 7th RBC Heritage, and tied for 16th at the Masters. Yeah, that dude's playing some good golf too, man.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been all over leaderboards, Sung Jae. Yeah. He's one of the Shriners. Another comparable course, I would say. Yeah, he's just a good all-around player. His putter can certainly show up. So, again, someone for especially for DFS, Sanjay. At 9,500, he's going to be popular this week, but I think he provides you a pretty solid floor at 9,500. He's won on Honda, I think, a comparable course. So, Im, Morikawa, Fleetwood, those are. I'm expecting all three to play well. Well, hopefully a couple of them at least, but this is always a tight leaderboard at the Kelowna. Even last year we saw you get bunched up leaderboards and get 10 players within a couple shots after round 4. We saw Sam Burns shoot 5 under in the final round, get himself into a playoff with Scheffler last year. So there's good live betting opportunities too.
How far down the board are you willing to go here for a long shot?
Yeah, a couple guys.
Or you could take me to mid range, yeah, for sure.
No, for sure. Yeah, we can go far down.
Yeah.
I know one guy I'm pretty big on, Harris English. I like this number on Harris English too. Plus 8,000 for the win, plus 1,400 for a top 5. Again, another player who plays, these kind of technical tracks well. He's second here in 2016 to Jordan Spieth. Two starts ago, Harris English was 4th at the Wells Fargo. He gained 7 strokes ball striking. He's an elite putter. It's the exact kind of skill set you want at a place like Colonial. So I'm surprised that his number's this big. I know he missed the cut last week, but he gained strokes on approach. He just was horrible on the greens. There was a lot of people, though, who are normally good putters who are just hated those greens. So I would not hold that against him too much. I think it's a very good price for Harris English, to be honest, on this course. And again, like English, in a field where we don't have that many top players. So
yeah, in English in his past 24 rounds, he ranks third in the field in strokes gained total at Colonial. That seems like it could be a sneaky good play there.
I mean, he's played well at the Sony Open, the RSM Classic. These are all good comparable courses. So I just think that's a good number down there. Emiliano Grillo, I mentioned plus 600 for a top 10. I think of my bets this week. I think this number's actually gone down. I think he may have been like plus 750 or something at one point, but he's played really well at this course too. And he's had some good results. He played well at the RBC. Great ball striker. So these are guys you can think about for placement bets. You could sprinkle them in your outrights. For DFS, they're both in the same range, around 7,700, 78. So, both those guys definitely catching my eye. And I'm gonna throw one more name.
Do it up because we gotta wrap soon.
Matthew Neesmith. His odds should be about 130.
Is he around Billy Ho? Billy Ho's around like plus 20,000. There's Billy Ho plus 15,000 now. Wow, people are betting him down.
That was you, probably. Matthew Neesmith plus 13,000, plus 2,500 for a top 5 too. Neesmith is a streaky player, but he's made 3 cuts in a row, gaining strokes on approach and putting, and he's popped. Like when he gets in form, he can really pop at these courses. So. Third at Valspar, second at Shriners. Again, good comparable venues and stuff.
Great job, man. Show went nice and smooth. It has gotten really dark here all of a sudden. I think the skies are about to open up. Yeah, I know. As I come down here,
it's because God heard you slandering Tommy Fleetwood.
That's true. Tommy does look a lot like God's son. Jesus. All right. We got to go. Jeff, good stuff. Amen. Appreciate you. AC, thank you. Love you. Everyone, we're back for a Thirsty Thursday edition of the SWAT tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock Eastern time live. We'll see you then.